Good morning, everyone. Today, we're going to report types of tournament and scheduling of the game. I'm Adrian Sueco with Rafaela Ignacio and Kyle Rivera, and we are the reporter for today. Now, let's go to the main objective of the report, that is to discuss the 9 types of tournaments and the scheduling of the game. Let's learn now the types of tournament. There are 9 types of tournaments or leagues are described in this report. The single elimination, double elimination, multi-level, straight round robin double split, round robin triple split, round robin quadruple split, semi-round robins, and extended such as ladder and pyramid tournaments. In the report, you will find the details on each kind of tournament or league, including individual strengths and weaknesses and suggestions for the best use for each tournament and league format. First is the single elimination. The greatest appeal of the single elimination tournament is its simplicity. Losers are eliminated and winners are advanced to the next round until one only contestant remains, the tournament champion. The single elimination journey is valuable when the number of entries is large, time is short, and the number of locations is limited. Of all the tournaments, this one requires the fewest games or matches. However, half of the participants are eliminated after one game, and only a quarter of the participants remain after the second round. When more extensive participation is important and more location and time are available, a single elimination tournament is probably not your best choice. Yes, a single elimination format is the simplest, but the other tournaments described in this manual are also easy to organize. So the simplicity of single elimination is not a significant factor in its favor. Probably the best use for the single elimination tournament is playoffs at the end of season or following a longer tournament such as split round robin. You would then determine seeding for the single elimination by the standings at the conclusion of the previous playing period. The second, the double elimination. The double elimination tournament addresses 2 problems inherent in the single elimination tournament. The first is that one of the best entries may have a bad first game or match or have been poorly seeded in the single elimination draw. If that occurs in a single elimination tournament, that entry is eliminated too soon. Having a loser's bracket gives such an entry an opportunity to play in the finals. The second problem with the single elimination is that half of the entries play on only one game or match. The double elimination format ensures that all entries play at least 2 games. However, this tournament type is often overrated because of those strengths. It also has weaknesses, and there are alternatives. The major difficulties with the double elimination are that the second and the third seeded entries play many games, particularly in the final rounds of the tournament, and it takes many rounds to complete. Also, this tournament type often uses available areas inefficiently. For example, if the tournament consists of 9 entries and 4 locations are available, the double elimination tournament takes 7 rounds to complete. This is as many rounds as in a round robin double split. This will be discussed later, but without the advantages a round robin tournament offers. The double elimination is a good option. Why? Because when the number of locations is limited, time is at a premium. Final standings are important, and all entries are to be awarded a minimum of 2 games. Next is the multi-level. The multi-level tournament is similar to a single elimination tournament. In fact, at the top level, they are the same. However, in a multi-level tournament, a player is not eliminated following a loss but simply moves down 1 or more levels of play into the consolation rounds. This downward movement continues until no other challengers remain. One result of this approach is that all entries play about the same number of games. Another benefit is that in each round, the players are more likely to encounter other players of their caliber. In the final rounds of play in single and double elimination tournaments, only 1 or 2 locations are in use. This is not the case in the multi-level tournament. As a result, when sufficient locations are available, the multi-level tournament takes the same amount of time to complete as a single elimination tournament and a half of the time of a double elimination tournament. For example, if 6 locations are available and the tournament contains 13 entries, it takes 4 rounds to complete the tournament using using either the single elimination or the multi-level and 8 rounds to complete a double elimination. The multi-level tournament is an excellent choice when equality in the number of games played and closely contested matches are important, when time is limited, and when knowledge of third and subsequent final placement is not crucial. This tournament is perhaps most useful in physical education classes or intramural or recreational settings where eliminating players is undesirable and final standings are of little significance. The fourth one is the straightforward robin. The round-robin tournament and league schedules consist of all individuals or teams playing each entry an equal number of times. The round robin and the round robin split tournaments all use fixed schedules. All entries know exactly who they play and what time they play them, which offers advantage to entries in preparing for the tournament and upcoming games. Seeding does not affect the outcomes because the cumulative results of all games played determine final standings. When the number of entries is small and games are played quickly, as in table tennis, badminton, or volleyball, this type of format is effective for a one-day tournament. When there are more entries and the games take longer to complete, as in hockey, football, or basketball, then a round-robin schedule is best suited for league play. In this case, one time through a round robin provides the league schedule, and if time permits, you could provide a home and away schedule simply by going through the round robin schedule twice. The round robin format is not suitable for all situations because all entries play each other. A round robin format is problematic when the number of entries is high. For example, a tournament with 32 entries would take 496 games to complete using a round robin. This compares with 62 games in a double elimination and 31 in single elimination. Also, when there is considerable discrepancy in the caliber of play, many games or matches will prove unsatisfactory to all involved in this non-contest. The largest number of schedules on the accompanying website is for round robins. To help you find the schedule you want, the files have been divided into 5 main folders: 3 to 8 entries and 9 to 12 and 13 to 16 entries. Locations shared and locations different. Within those folders, the files are further subdivided by type of round robin and by league. The league schedules have a home location. The other round robin schedules could also be used for league schedules in which entries share locations. For example, a community soccer league of 10 teams might share 2 soccer fields. Number 5 is the round robin doubles split. When a round-robin format is desirable but the number of entries is too large, splitting the entries into 2 divisions is a practical solution. Following the play within the divisions, only the top 2 entries from each division participate in playoffs to determine the final top standings. The obvious benefit is that the number of games is halved. The drawback is that accurate seeding becomes important. For example, if the top 3 seeds are placed in one division and only the top 2 from each division advance to the playoffs, then if entries perform consistent with their seedings, the 3rd seed cannot play in the playoffs. The round-robin double split is commonly used for league play. You could split the league into 2 or more divisions with the playoffs bringing together the top 2 teams from each division to decide the final standings. Now let's go to number 6, which is the round-robin triple split. The round-robin triple split is similar to the double split. However, because it would be awkward to have a single elimination playoff with 3 or 6 finalists, a round-robin format for the finalists is the most suitable. This requires more games in the playoffs and is a satisfactory alternative to the double split only when there are a very large number of entries. Now, the next one, The number 7 is the round robin quadruple split. This type of tournament or league is intended to solve the same problems addressed by the double split, but instead of dividing the entries into two groups, they are divided into four groups. This is useful only when the number of entries exceeds to 11. You could use this format in a 1 or 2 day tournament or in a league over a longer time. The major disadvantage of this approach is that when there are only 12 to 15 entries, the weaker players or teams might participate in only 2 games. The next one is the semi-round robins. The semi-round robin is essentially a round-robin tournament that solves the problem of uneven divisions. For example, in a baseball tournament with 7 entries divided into 2 divisions, one division would have 3 entries and the other would have 4. This means that the division with 4 entries requires each team to compete in one more game than in the division with 3 entries. The semi-round robin corrects for this. Last but not the least, the extended. Ladders and pyramids are 2 common examples of extended tournaments or leagues. Extended tournaments can be ongoing for an indefinite time or can be abbreviated to a week, a month, or another set period. For drop-in programs such as intramurals or racket clubs, this tournament type can be most useful. Its major weaknesses are, first, that players challenge each other, which means that some players might not play as much. And second, because of the challenge system, the ranking at the end of the tournament might not be accurate because some players may have played very few if any games. To further understand or learn about the types of tournament, please visit the link provided at the end of the report. Thank you.
There are 2 well-known types of tournament formats that our sports schedulers used. The first one is the single elimination tournaments. In this format, one defeat is enough to eliminate a team from the tournament. Scheduling a single elimination tournament is relatively easy. The first step is to get the number of teams to a power of 2. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and so on. A simple way to describe a single elimination tournament is that the winner of each match moves on and the loser goes home. So the schedule for 8 teams is shown below. With 20 teams, you might select 8 of those teams to have a preliminary round. The 4 winners would then join the other 12 to fill out the 16-team field. If you have 24 teams, you could have everyone compete in a preliminary round. This would leave 12 teams. Then, 4 of those teams, randomly selected, could get a bye and the other 8 teams would play to find the other 4 contestants. So the example of the single elimination tournament is the Tennis Grand Slam Singles Championship. So the second one, round robin tournaments. In a round robin tournaments, every team plays every other team. There is a systematic approach to scheduling a round robin tournaments. This method assumes that there are enough fields or pitches or courts so that all the games in a round can be played simultaneously. This technique is called the polygon method. So round robin scheduling even number of teams. So let n is equal to the number of teams in the tournaments. There will be n minus 1 round. Each team will play n minus 1 games. Since each team will play every other team once, no team will be idle during any of the rounds. So, here are the examples. Let us schedule a round robin tournament for 8 teams numbered from 1 to 8. Draw a regular n-1 sided polygon, a heptagon for 8 teams, Each vertex and the center point represents one team. So, look at the first picture. So, draw horizontal stripes as shown below. Then, join the vertex that has been left out to the center. Each segment represents teams playing each other in the first round. So, 7, 6, 1, 5, 2, 4, and 3, 8 play in the first round. Rotate the polygon 1 the slash n-1 of a circle. One vertex point, the new segment represents the pairings for round 2. So, 6, 6, 5, 7 and 4, 1 and 3, and 2 and 8 play the second round. So, continue rotating the polygon until it returns to its original position. One more rotation will bring the polygon back to its original position. If A, B, C, and D are the fields, pitches, or courts, the schedule could look like this. So look at the picture. We can also rotate the teams around so that each team plays in every field, pitch, or court at least once. At present, Team 8 always plays in D. So 8 always play in D. So look at the picture again. So in a round robin tournament, the team with the best record is the winner. Depending on the tournament rules, there are few different ways a winner can be determined in the event of a tie. So the examples of round robin tournament is the League of Legends and the International Dota 2 Championships.
So next, the round robin scheduling odd numbers of teams. Let in numbers of teams in the tournament, there will be n round since each teams will play every other team once and will be idle for exactly one round. So let us work out the schedule for 7 teams, numbering the teams from 1 to 7. So each side of heptagon. Each vertex represents one team. Draw horizontal stripe as shown below. The vertex that has been left out gives the idle team. Each segment represents teams playing each other in the first round. So as you can see, ang kanang red line, mo na siya ang magduwa inig first round. So Team 7 versus Team 6, Team 1 versus Team 5, and Team 2 versus Team 4. Rotate the polygon 1 over n of a circle, 1 vertex point. The new segments represent the pairings of round 2. So, i-rotate lang siya. Continue rotating the polygon until it return to its original position. So, mo na siya. Pag ato sige rotate. One more rotation will bring the polygon back to its original position. Therefore, the schedule could like this. Why does this work? The restriction that no vertex has more than one segment drawn to or from it ensures that no team is scheduled for more than one game in each round. Restricting ourselves to horizontal stripe ensure that no segment is a rotation or reflection of another segment. This means that no pairing will be repeated in a future round. So here are the references of our report. And that would be all. Thank you.